You want to make that precision shot when it matters most on a Western big game hunt? Well, we've got Ben Fabre of Roaming Shot Outdoors right now.
Hey, I'm KJ, dedicated lifelong hunter here. If you got an interest in all things hunting, you're in the right spot. Whether chasing quail across the plains of Oklahoma or in pursuit of elk in the backcountry of British Columbia, you'll always find me on the hunt.
This episode is brought to you by Silencer Central, Range Ready Studios, and Ruger Firearms. All right, welcome in all you gun talk hunters. I'm your host KJ, and today on the show we've got Ben Fabre of Roaming Shot Outdoors, and we are sitting here at the range. You are going to hear some shots going off. Don't be alarmed, it's only Chris Sereno. So hopefully he is hitting targets, but
he's doing pretty good.
He is? Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie. You don't have to like really pump him up that much.
Yeah.
He's got a big enough head for both of us.
Yeah, I notice he does better though when you pump him up. So.
Oh, okay. You know what? You are right. He's not quite a Labrador puppy, but like he loves to like have some attention. Yeah. So, all right, to start the show, we are starting something new this year. We're just going to have a little bit of fun with it. We are letting AI generate a poem about our guest or their adventures. So
gotcha.
So I got with Chris Abear and talked to him about, hey, give me two random things that might have to do with Ben, and he said a bull and a golf ball.
Okay.
So here's what AI pumped out about, and we're going to go with Roaming Shot Precision, RM Precision. It says, Roaming Shot Precision, a name of might, master of skill, their aim takes flight. Through fields they roam, where legends call, a bull stood proud by a humble golf ball. The challenge was set, the goal was clear, precision tested without fear. With a steady hand, the shot rang true, the golf ball split, and the bull just flew. Roaming Shot Precision, unmatched, untamed, for feats like this, they're rightly famed. Through skill and grit, they lead the way, hitting targets that others can't sway. There you go.
AI.
AI, dude, the magic of AI is amazing, but one thing it can't do, it can't call your shots right now.
That's right. Not yet, but
Not yet.
It won't be long.
It won't be. So, Ben, give us a little bit of your background, man, and give us some thoughts and what you guys are doing at Roaming Shot.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll give you the abbreviated version the best I can. I'm ADD, so I'll chase some rabbits. But
that's okay. Side quests are encouraged.
Gotcha. So how Roaming Shot got started was, I don't have any military law enforcement background. I grew up shooting with Boy Scouts and then some competitions here in Baton Rouge. And hunting was always my passion through high school. You can ask any of my teachers. All I ever had was Field and Stream. They'd give me my book. Oh yeah, they'd give me my math and science books, and they'd stay in the locker all season, all year. And I read magazines, but dreamed about going out west. And when I finally got the opportunity, I had the right gun, right, and I knew how to shoot, but I didn't understand ballistics. So the first time I get out there, I got ended up chasing mule deer too, had a 180-inch mule deer, step out, and I had my gun zeroed at like 200, and then he stepped out at 235, and I was like, top of back must be right, and I shot and I missed, and my
Kentucky wind.
Yeah. So my guide looked at me, and he's all pumped up too, said, just hold it on him, you idiot. Yeah, my bad. Yep, held it on him, dumped him.
Really?
And at that moment I said, this will never happen to me again. I will never come on a hunt like this with especially that much money involved
and be ill prepared.
So the next day I got it together, dumped it elk at I think 330, 340.
Okay.
But
and that's a long poke for a lot of folks. That's 330. But nowadays with today's ballistics and today's new cartridges, we are expected to make those shots and have first round impacts and first round kill shots on every animal that we set our sights.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And we should with the tools we have for now. There's like we just had a conversation upstairs about he said, I don't understand this or I don't know it. I said, neither do I.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I said, I got a computer that does it for me,
Right. And that's
applied ballistics is
the applied ballistics and the Kestrel. They are little magic tools that really help you gain a better appreciation for the math and the the details that go beyond like just trying to Kentucky windage it, or you know, whether you're trying to figure it out on your own, whether that's why, man, I switched to mills years and years ago, because MOA was just too difficult for me to figure out. And I'm
an MOA guy.
I know you're an MOA guy, which is crazy. How do you translate? Because you guys gotta have
both.
You have to have both, because we are on your shooting range here, and it's 1,000 yards, and you've got plans to grow it, but in this beautiful facility, this beautiful shoot house. So how do you balance between MOA and mill?
On the range, I probably watch somewhere between 60 to 100,000 rounds a year.
Really?
So I stay in the spot and scope. I mean, that's, you know, we're a small range, but we're the only thing like this around here.
Oh yeah.
So we're in South Louisiana, and everybody shows up, and they're like, "Well, I just want to shoot 200 yards." Well, no, you're not.
No.
You want to shoot 200 yards? We're going to shoot 500 because you're going hunting for 2. I want you to be comfortable and accurate at 2.
Yeah. Well, and that's what you experienced on your first hunt out west, and you said, you know, like, I think this will be right, but you help them gain a better confidence in their shooting skills and an understanding of their ballistics, which is, man, don't sell yourself short. If you're spending money, going out west is expensive.
It is. There's no doubt. I mean, we guide book hunts out that way, and you see everything you can think of out there. Guys show up very prepared, and they miss. And then guys that don't show up prepared, and they get lucky.
You know? And they're like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
No, you do. You do.
Yeah, then we'll go on the range, and they realize how lucky that shot really was. Yeah. You know, they're like, whoa.
Yeah. You know. Well, and it's little fundamental flaws that they may have picked up throughout the years that I'm sure you see a ton of.
Yeah. Breathing is huge. They're just proper placement of the rifle. You know, we just discussed that upstairs. I mean, just putting the rifle in the right part of your body reduces felt recoil, and then reducing felt recoil helps keep you on your target, so you can spot your own impacts. But breathing, gripping the rifle. I couldn't tell you how many times you see guys with their thumb over and they're squeeze it. Oh yeah. And when they pull the trigger, what happens? They rotate the rifle. Yeah. So when you rotate the rifle.
Well, a lot of people don't think of this, but when you grip something, like, you can grip it with just 3 fingers.
I hold 2 in my.
Yeah. Well, you got big mitts.
So I hold 2 up and in, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like that, and on the trigger, thumb forward.
Yeah, thumb forward, and it's a different way. It's a different mentality, because I see that too, and I'm trying to teach my young sons, like, the proper grip and the proper form, the breathing. There's a lot that goes into the fundamentals, but when you start understanding why it all lines out, like downrange, like, you can come out here and you guys offer some classes, and you could be making hits at 1,000 within a day.
Oh man, we've had 6-year-old kids do it.
Well, now it's not fair what you do. It is not fair what you do to people online.
Yeah.
So he has this. Can you shoot better than a 5th grader?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, we did it off though, kind of behind.
Are you smarter?
Yeah, that's right. And we've hurt some feelings on that.
Oh, you hurt a lot of people's feelings. That's why I haven't come out and do it, because I know I probably can't shoot better than a 5th grader, especially this 5th grader.
Yeah, it kind of died off, because we had guys that didn't want to shoot.
Well, she's in 6th grade now, so I mean, it just doesn't make any sense anymore.
Yeah, it hurts feelings.
It's a great concept, though. I mean, and we're kind of going down a bunch of rabbit holes from where Roaming Shot Outdoors was created to now we're down a rabbit hole of the cool stuff that they're doing on YouTube to test shooter skills, and not necessarily test their skills, but to show them that there's more to shooting than this is what my daddy taught me.
Right. We want to polish it, and that's why everybody comes out. And I was the same way. Yeah. The exact same way. Like we were talking how we started. I came home after that. We're lucky enough we have 100 acres of land here, and I jumped on the excavator and walked out a 300-yard range, and I went through every scope and setting that you can think of. And then, watching YouTube and just diving down different rabbit holes. And YouTube can be a dangerous thing, or it can be a good thing.
It can be dangerous. The one reason I do think it's dangerous is because you get to listen to so many people. You need to trim it down to voices that you trust and that you have seen their work progress.
Yes,
like, absolutely. You see them growing, you see them as a trusted source.
Right, absolutely. There's so much stuff on there that just I get, and I'll pick on one of our range guys just real quick.
Please do.
And yeah, so and he's a great guy. He comes in and he went on an all-dad hunt with me recently, and before he was so excited, I was too. I love it. You know, so before we went on the hunt, he'd come in every week. Well, I saw this on YouTube. Well, I saw this on YouTube. Well, I saw this on YouTube, and man, he's great, and he's a good sport too. So he'll take it's funny, but he so we talk about that all the time, and I have to give him the basis behind that. Like, no, that's all for, actually that's good. You know, so I tried to
You're steering him.
back in.
You're steering him. Like, it's even better when you've got someone like you, Ben, when you have someone that you can go to and they can help you, whether it's like them filming you while you shoot and go, here's where I'm seeing your issues, you're coming off the gun, there's no follow through. Like, it's nice to have someone in something like this.
Right.
There's nothing like this around. Like, I drive an hour and 15, 20 minutes to come here. I mean, because it's the best thing we've got going around here, and it's the best instruction that we have going on around here.
I appreciate it. When we first started to build it, we were like, man, we'll just throw up a little shooting shack. And I got into it. I was like, no, we're gonna make this a.
This is a thing.
Yeah, it's just
a thing.
Yeah, utilize. Yeah. And man, it's cool because I mean during deer season, hunting season from let's say from July until mid-January, I mean it's a revolving door. People coming in, and I mean we got people that'll wait a while to come in during that time, but we love it. We love sitting there watching, shooting.
I love it.
And just polishing skills.
It's beautiful. All right, after this, we're going to talk about some hunts and what's available out there for the guy looking to get into a Western hunt or into a hunt, and what to look for and what not to look for. All right, hunters, let's talk about a rifle so precise it makes your buddy's lucky shot look even luckier. The Ruger Precision Rimfire, or as the cool kids call it, the RPR. This beast has a heavy contour barrel, a Ruger Precision Rifle muzzle brake to tame recoil like a well-trained hunting dog, and an adjustable trigger that's smoother than your best pickup line at the bar. Need versatility? The multi-mag interface lets you run mags from AICS to Magpul style, so you can stop hoarding magazines like a doomsday prepper. Plus, with a fully adjustable buttstock, this rifle fits you better than your favorite pair of hunting boots. Bottom line, if you want long-range accuracy, smooth operation, and durability built into one serious rifle, get yourself an RPR. It's time to prepare for the shot of a lifetime. Whether you're a seasoned hunter or new to the sport, preparation is key. I preach it all the time. At Range Ready Studios, we offer the training you need to make that shot of a lifetime. Chris Serino is on staff, and he has a host of instructors on hand to provide personalized trainings in state-of-the-art facilities and practical exercises that build your confidence and skills. From precision marksmanship to quick target acquisition, we've got you covered. Don't leave your success to chance. Visit rangereadystudios.com to learn more. All right, we're back with Ben Fabre of Roaming Shot Outdoors. All right, let's talk a little bit of hunting and how we progress as hunters. We get locked in to whitetail or upland, and they're looking for something else. The first place they start to look is out west.
Right.
How did you start your I mean, it's almost like a brokerage.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you have a laundry list of hunters out there and that are looking for these hunts, and you're able to guide them.
Yeah, we're able to guide on some. Typically, most of the stuff in Texas, we teamed up with a guy out there, Garrett Kaiser, and we hunt with him a good bit in Texas. And then we have northeast New Mexico with Larry. We have southern Colorado with Larry. We're working on a new place just above Larry right now. We have northwest Colorado. We have bear hunts and stuff in Wyoming over by Jackson Hole. We have bear out in Maine, Cherryfield, Maine with some groups.
I bet those bears are tanks.
Yeah, they can be. Believe it or not,
I've always heard Maine black bears are like the biggest on the planet. Like,
they average. We hunt around Cherryfield, and I'd say the average is probably 150. My wife has a bigger bear than me over there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it happens. She normally does that, but I killed, and as far as they could date it back, we met with the game wardens, but I killed one of the last, one of the biggest bears killed in Wyoming in the last 30 years. I don't know if I showed you that. Yeah, it was in Eastman's Magazine, and Louisiana did an article.
I think I remember seeing something about that. I think I remember. That was you?
Yeah, he was a tank.
You lucky dog.
Yeah, I never get lucky like that.
All right. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Yeah. Like, it's just what it is. So what do people look for? What should people watch out for? Like, because that's the danger. The danger is going with an unknown.
Right. So all the hunts that we offer are hunts that we've been on.
Yeah. So
we don't send you out there unless we've been out there. Now the hunts that we do are typically budget style hunts. They're not going to be. We do have some higher end ones, but most of them are going to be an affordable hunt, like most people can go on. Maybe not every year, but every couple of years you can go on them. So, like an elk hunt, ranges from $5,500 to $15,000, depending on what you want. Yeah, and we've killed a bunch of $5,500 elk.
Boy, that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, it's meat in the fridge. It's the experience, but to be able to go out there, and that's one thing that I've noticed in my travels is man, if you do it yourself, like, because I've been burned.
Yeah.
Like, I've been burned by an outfitter who, like, it's a week out of the hunt. I haven't heard anything. I've already paid him my money, and I never hear from him again.
Yeah.
Like that for me is like the danger of not going with someone who's been there.
Yeah. So I mean, and you got to study and learn who you're going with or where you're going. And you need to be a reputable group that you're going with. A friend of mine, like you talked, my buddy Mike, he had a friend in Texas, his next door neighbor, I believe is what it was. They went to somewhere over by Salida, Colorado. $5,000 each. They paid the guy. The guy let him in the cabin, said, I'll pick you up in the morning. That evening, the sheriff showed up, said, getting ready to get them all trespassing tickets and told them to get out.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
How does that even, like, he gave him a key?
No, he just opened the door. He didn't give him a key. The door was open on the cabin. It's just one he knew or whatever. Yep.
Ooh. And that's why you go with like a roaming shot, like, because that's dangerous. Right. I mean, that could get someone. No,
they could have been in jail.
Like, they could be in jail.
Yep.
I don't know what I'd rather have.
I don't know how to do that
because I'm not built for jail. I'm definitely not.
We'd be sillies.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, you stay on your side of the room, I'll stay on mine, and we'll defend each other in the yard.
That's it.
Like, we'll take care of that when we get there.
That's it.
But
yeah, I don't know how people do that.
There's definitely a danger to taking that and going, well, I think it's going to work. It looks okay. And typically the process is they'll look at an outfitter, they'll see big critters.
Oh yeah, that's going to be the best of the best on the website. Yeah.
Right. Like, and that's one of the bigger dangers to me is like, but we live in an age now of technology where you can find out more information. Yep. But typically what my process is if I'm planning something in the area, like, what are the outfitters? I will call them. They will send me a list of references.
Right.
But again, like, you have to read between the lines, it seems.
Oh yeah.
But eliminate all that.
Yeah. You can. Call us.
I know. And that's the thing is just picking up the phone to someone who's been there. Like, we went this past year to Larry up in northern New Mexico. Great facilities. I mean, we brought in our own meals. We had a nice roof over our head. Great guides. They were amazing.
Oh yeah.
And we were done in a half day. Like, they knew they know where the animals is, and that's another issue is the DIY stuff.
Right.
Which you're gonna roughly pay more than likely the same amount.
Right. Oh yeah. By the time you break it all down, absolutely. We did a DIY mule deer in Buena Vista this year.
Yeah.
And man, we'd studied. I've been trying to get in this unit for 7 years. Took 7 points to get it. Got in there. We saw 135.
Yeah.
The first couple of days, we're like, nope. And then that was it.
And you're like, should have shot that.
Yeah, should have shot those. Ended up shooting the broke horn just because his skull was broke. We saw him and we were like, well, we'll dump him.
Yeah.
And so I mean, that was all that money. And points and waiting and everything else. And the systems we have, you don't have to wait for tags.
Nah, you don't have to wait for tags. See, so most people getting into Western hunts, Man, I can think of more benefits, way more benefits than I can negatives.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a simple cut deal. Anything that stands out, any hunters that have ever like, you've been like, oh, this guy's not going to make it. Like he's not going to make it. And
usually
then they
me.
surprise you. Yeah.
No, but I mean, a lot of the hunts we do aren't like the bear and the Wyoming stuff are usually all horseback, but a lot of stuff we do are kind of like Larry's, where you get up and you ride out and then you just get on glassing points and you start looking.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not as grueling as your backcountry hunts on most of them.
Right.
You know, so.
And that's a whole nother thing. Like, and I do think there's a requisite amount of being in shape that you should strive to be on these.
Oh yeah.
Because I will tell you this much, like when we were out there, like Larry, like I was shocked.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was shocked. This isn't a guy that you'd be like,
nope.
He'd walk me under the table and he'd crest the mountain like quicker than me.
Yeah.
Holy
Been doing it his whole life. He's adapted to it.
Jeez.
Yeah, then climb that sucker.
Oh yeah, and fast.
Yeah.
I was like I think his strides were like 7 feet long.
Yeah, and he's not super tall.
No, he's not tall.
Yeah.
But he can get it.
Yep, that's right. Them guys are built for it.
Yeah, they're built for it for sure. But yeah, so where can they find out more and what you guys are doing and how to access this place? Because you guys have such an amazing team here, and really you're kind of your dad.
Yeah, well, my dad's just my counterpart whenever y'all show up. Yeah. He just wanted to check it out. But yeah, it's my father-in-law. This is actually, he owns the property, and he was gracious enough to partner up with me and Dwayne Hall and get in this and build this facility. So, but we have he's a good guy. Then we have Brett, and then we call him Pocket Chris.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
He's about 110 pounds.
He is.
Yeah, a little bitty rat.
But he's feisty. I'm telling you, man. He gets it too.
Yep.
Like he's a hustler, and that's what you got to have for a place, growing a place.
Yeah,
you gotta have that.
Yeah, he's crucial. He does all our videography, and if you've seen this past hunting season, you'll see our YouTube videos. He wasn't a hunter. He just got into hunting.
I know, which is crazy.
Yeah, and we had a ball.
Dude.
We had a ball this season.
Just hearing him tell the stories, like he will never forget this season.
No.
Never.
No. That all dad he killed, that was, and the buck he killed.
I know.
With a 22
So let's hit on the 22 Creedmoor, because he said you would have a different perspective on shooting a deer with a 22 Creedmoor, knowing the ballistics behind it, understanding that aspect of it. Why does a 22 Creedmoor make sense for whitetail?
We shoot everything in the shoulder.
Right.
So if you watch our videos, you shoot him in the shoulder. The cavitation that sucker puts off is, when you go in there, everything's jellied.
Really?
You got a little pin. You can't even find the hole in the skin.
Okay.
So you better shoot him in the shoulder.
Right.
So if we shoot like that, it dumps them. It doesn't waste a whole lot of meat, and it just hits that light switch and it just turns it off.
See.
And then
sense.
Yeah. So we get people that bash on the 6.5 all the time, which I'm not I like, my favorite round's a 7PRC. Absolutely love it. But when I go whitetail hunting or even elk, I've killed mule deer at 720 with the 6.5.
Okay.
But the speed of that 22 Creedmoor is what really
what sells it.
Is what kills them. Yeah. I was hesitant at first, and especially when that buck come out and that was Chris's first, I was like,
here we go.
Let's go. We shot it here 1,000 yards, and it walked. We shot a half-minute group at 1,000 with it. On a day like today with very little wind, and so we knew the accuracy was there.
We got to talk about that too, because now it's RS Precision, so roaming shot precision. You're starting to get into that, and so what's that all about?
So the RS Precision, we took a vote on it, and I lost.
Yeah. You're like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, no, I didn't really. It was fine, man. Whatever grows a business, I'm good with. But it was a lot. So my business partner took some votes from some guys in Alaska, and they were like, roaming shot. Well, this bullet's going to roam, But the whole premise of it was me and my wife traveled hunt. That's how we started. She actually came up with the name. So all of our hunts, we were traveling all the world, all the world. Excuse me, all the U.S. hunting. Yeah. And I wanted to go hunt,
Yeah.
G-A-U-X, hunt, you know. So
Which
Louisiana boy.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Louisiana boy, I
Yeah.
get it. Go hunt.
And then she said roaming shot. I was like, man, I love that.
Yeah.
You know, they're like little hunting gypsies. You
Yeah.
know, we're going all over. So, that's where the name come from.
Yeah.
And then they were like, man, roaming, you know. So it's RS Precision is we build suppressors, brakes, and custom rifles. And we have our own action we designed last year, and we have a company in Pennsylvania that makes it for us. So,
Wow.
yeah. So it's so all that will be is roaming with RS Precision.
RS Precision.
Yeah.
All right. So where can they learn more about what you're doing? Because it's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot, man. We got so many irons in the fire.
Yeah.
You know.
But that's a good thing.
Yeah, you know, you don't get much sleep.
No.
Or days off. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, then go on our website, roamingshot.com. We actually have a new site that will be coming out where you can actually purchase everything. You know how the world is now with
One-stop
restrictive.
shop.
Yep. Everything's restrictive on firearms.
Yeah.
So we had to find a site, found a guy, one of our range members said, man, I'll build it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So we have a new site getting ready to roll out, but you can go on there now and send in, there's forms you can fill out and we'll give you a price on a custom rifle or even barrel builds. We keep carbon 6 barrels in stock. And so it takes us about a month. Once you put an order in, we spin them out and ship them. We're selling more barrels than rifles right now.
Well, because carbon 6 barrels.
Man,
Carbon 6 barrels are good, man.
Golly, we love them. Absolutely love them.
So, all right. Well, that's it. All right, you guys, you know the drill. Keep those muzzles pointed in a safe direction and always be on the hunt.